Hello, grade 2. How are you? Now we're going to take our science class. Today we're going to start a new lesson which is water habitats. And as usual, we're going to start with the science prop. So open your books, page 91, and let's start. Water habitats. Some living things live in water. Tap on the living things that need to live. Tap on the things they need to live. This is a boat, okay? So, or a lake. I think it is a boat. It is smaller than the lake. Now, we're going to tap on the things that they need to live in that place. Do they need food? For example, fish, sharks, anything that live in water. Do they need food? Yes, they need. Do they need air? They need air. Absolutely, they do. Oops. Okay, how can we remove this? Yes. Do they need air? They do. Yes. Do they need noise? So they need a lot of sounds around them? They don't. Do they need shelter? Yes, they do. Do they need the right temperature? For example, if the water was very cold, they will freeze. If it was very hot, they will die. Yes, so they need the right temperature. Do they need sunlight? Absolutely. All of the living thing need sunlight. Do they need a place to raise their young? They do. Do they need people? Do fish, sharks, octopus, any living thing in the ocean, do they need people? They don't. Yes, absolutely, they don't need us. Okay. Explain your thinking. Why we choose this or those things? First, food. We know that all of the living things need food. All of them need air. Even if they were living under the water, they need oxygen. But they can't take it from down the water. Okay? They don't need noise. And no one need noise. Okay? They need a shelter because they need to hide. Even in ocean, in sea, there is big animals that eat small animals. So maybe a shark can eat a fish. So the fish need a shelter to hide from the shark to raise their youngs, okay? And the sharks need a shelter to sleep, to rest. Okay. They need the right temperature, and we talked about this. They need sunlight. No, from where they will take the light if there were no sun. And we said that they need a place to raise their children. So our explanation is that we circled what all living things in or near the water habitat would need. So we know that all animals need this. So we just circle as our information. So we circled what all living things in or near a water habitat would need. This is the answer. Just write it here. Oops. Okay, so this is the answer. Write it and explain your need. Explain your answer or your thinking. Okay, we took the science probe. Now let's talk more about water habitats. Now we're going to take page 92. Can you see the picture in page 92? Yes. So our phenomenon for this lesson is what living things could be found in a tide pool and a river. So this is a place, it's near water as you see here. What living things can we find in this place? This is our question. Check out a Beaver Dam to see the phenomenon in action. So we're going to see a video of a place. It is near a dam. Let's see living things in this place. Can you see this? Yes. And what other living things can we notice here? A lot of plants near the water. What else? Can you see any other animal? I think it is the only animal here. Okay. Now, look at the photo of the tide pool and watch the video. How are these habitats the same and how different? What do you wonder about these habitats? Share your thoughts with a partner. So, If you have any question, you can write it here. Okay. You have a box in your book, a rectangular box. Write anything about inside of it. Let's read this. Did you know? I think it will be entertaining. Sea stars have sticky parts that help them hold onto rocks when waves crash into a tide pool. So, did you know that these stars that live in the sea, we call them sea stars, they have sticky parts that help them to stick on rocks or to hold onto rocks when the waves is coming? Yes, that's what helped them to live. So, again, if you have any question, you can write it here. What is your homework for today? It is to send me a video for yourselves talking about the similarities and differences between the tide pool and the dam we saw. Okay, so what living things? Just talk about water habitats. What living thing do you think will live inside the water, around the water? Okay, so talk about them. What animals do you think will live inside the water? Okay, that's it for today. And tomorrow we're going to do an online activity. Not tomorrow, I think in Thursday. In Tuesday. So that's it for today. Bye bye.